Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield ship review video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a relook at the Abyss Tracker. I did a review on this ship quite a while ago, but it was kind of outdated as I didn't know as much as I do now, so I'm going to go back over it. So the Abyss Tracker is a unique variant of the Civ Shuttle, which is quite a unique looking ship. It's got some. It's mainly Stroud Eklund, but it's got some other pieces here and there. Very, very cool looking ship. The Civ shuttle is kind of meant to be like a kind of a civilian shuttle, as the name suggests. Whereas this version, the Abyss Tracker, kind of makes me think, just going by the color scheme and the kind of the layout, it's meant to be more of a kind of a long range, kind of like a transport, almost like like those like cruise ships that go into the Arctic. Like kind of the long distance one. It's a really, really cool looking ship. Now, because it's a unique ship, it doesn't have a tier to it. It's pretty much always going to be this tier. So the Civ Shuttle will outclass it in terms of performance at higher tiers. But all in all, it's still a pretty cool ship. So let's get into it. So it's got a fuel of 950, which is really, really, really high. It's got that big fuel tank there. Trying to figure out where its other fuel. Oh, it's got some fuel tanks inside. Okay, interesting. Which is quite good. Normally, I'd be like, that's a bit too much, but given that this is supposed to be a kind of I'm envisioning it as a kind of a long range kind of VIP tour escort exploration. Like, yeah, basically, yeah, a long-winded all them words, but so it makes sense having like a fair amount of fuel. It's got a hull of 1,031, which for a C class isn't that amazing. Now, considering that it's not, it has guns, but like it's not intended to be used as a combat vessel, at least from the lore point of view. It's got a cargo capacity of 340, which is very small. I'm assuming that's just going off of the cockpit, which is kind of interesting. Like considering that it's meant to carry passengers, and passengers tend to have cargo with them, so you'd expect a little bit more than 340. Reactor-wise, it's got a C-class reactor with 27 power. That's quite low. We could definitely work on upgrading that reactor to something more substantial. It's got a crew of 6, which is quite good for the ship of this type. It's got a jump range of 25 light years, which is good, but for a kind of a vessel called the Abyss Tracker, you'd be expecting it to have a 30. So we'll have to see when we do some teardowns what we can do to fix it. And it's got a shield of 850, which is, again, it's kind of average. We could obviously pump that up if we wanted to. So weapon-wise, it's got 3 sets of weapons. It's got a pair of particle cannons mounted there between the main body of the vessel and the kind of offshooting. And then it's got a missile launcher mounted on the front nose there on the side. And then it's got 2 turreted ballistic cannons. They look like railguns, which is kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of turreted ballistic weapons in general, just because while they look cool aesthetically, functionally they're kind of weak. So the price of this vessel is 292,420. Now that price will vary depending on the perks you have. If you don't have the max barter perks like I do, it'll probably cost you like maybe 340, 350. Anyway, we'll buy it. So this ship can be purchased from this dapper gentleman here. I think he's like one of the few ship sellers that doesn't look like a complete copy and paste the other one. So we are on Porima here in Paradiso. So here we are on Porimo 2. This is Paradiso. It's a cool area you can come to. I'm pretty sure you can get it at any point in the game. And here we are in the Porima system. It's quite far over on the right. So we've got Voli there, and then we've got all them areas there. So yeah, this is where we are. Anyway, we're going to go to our usual spot now and do our typical teardown review. Alright, so here we are in the usual spot. Quick little overview. As you can see, the main ship is, its design is 2 kind of bodies. We've got the main body of the ship, which houses all of the habitat modules and the bridge on the top. And then we've got these little kind of girders that go across the other side. And they connect to like a kind of it's like an offshoot. Now, what's kind of interesting about this, and I think I remember when I first did my review back a while ago, was that people were saying that it's a bit of a letdown that they didn't put habitat modules in this like side piece, and I have to say I agree. like it's when I do the upgrade path, I'm gonna definitely try and make that an area that, like, you know, to make use of, just because it's quite unique. It's like really cool. Like, you have those habitat modules that stick across. It's like, why not just, you know, add some? So anyway, as I try to break my leg, so in we go. Very heavily armored, or armed, not armored. So entry here through tile entryway. A lot of windows. I like this little cutout here where it's like ships that are asymmetrical are always like really cool to see. Tile entryway. Just because they're harder to pull off and do well. So immediately we have a 1x1 storage room, I believe. Ladder going up, and then door to the right. And we are in, okay, so we are in an engine room. Interesting. Okay. So, as you can see, we've got a nice little view of the opposite side there. We can see the shield generator, which is very nice. And we come all the way back here. We've got some more terminals and stuff. And a ladder that goes up. Check that in a second. I just want to see where this door goes here. This door leads to... okay, so it leads to an armory. Interesting, interesting. Or not an armory, I'm an idiot. It leads to an infirmary. So yeah, we got this is the Stroud Eklund layout, which is very similar to Deimos. We got the two beds. We got the pharmaceutical lab and the research lab, and then we have a little workstation here. Not a lot of area to work, but still pretty nice. Then we've got the window, which I don't know. I feel like I said this before, but I feel like having the window in like the infirmary area, like it's. People might think it's good, but like if you're like on a bed, like say like basically like bedridden, and then you like look out your window and you just see space, it'd freak you out like quite a lot. Anyway, other door here leads to the docking port and another 1x1. This is a storage way as well. So I'm assuming these ladders all go the same place. We're just gonna double check. I can jump, right? Come on, jump up we go. Okay, so the first area is this is a control or a computer core. Very unique looking computer core, 3x3. Very nice. Got some workstations here. I love this little area in the middle. It's like very, very cool. Then we've got the window here that looks at the shield generator and be like, yes, that thing is keeping us safe from the horrors of space. And then we have this area that goes out here but leads to nowhere, which we will be fixing that at the end. And then we're going to drop down and check some of the other ladders really quickly. So this ladder up here. Oh.
How are you?
That's the bridge. Didn't even go there. This goes up to a little 1x1 and it just connects to here again. A little storage way. And if we drop down, and what is this going to be? Another 1x1? Yeah, another 1x1. I don't know why there's a lot of 1x1s. We'll have to do when we do a teardown. Let's check. I can vaguely remember now that about this ship there was a lot of 1x1s and it was very confusing. Here you go. Come on, there we go, perfect. All right, and then in here we have we have a living quarters. We got a little window there, window looking down, very nice. Quite like these living quarters. They're like the 3x3, I think. Got some chairs here, nice little corner sofa in the middle of the room. Little table, really, really nice. Bathroom in the corner, or the side here, and then we have a little window looking out at the monstrous weapons. Oh, it says the name on them. That's really cool. What does that say? T-port? What does T-port mean? Interesting. Anyway. And then we have another little table here with a... I really wish that these, like, computers were actually, like... Or these screens showed, like, TV. As opposed to, you know, just random stuff. Like, I don't care about the X-thrust rotation or the notch filter. Let me watch some, like, Starfield equivalent of, like, The Simpsons or Family Guy, you know? Gotta get my fix. We got a couch here. This is kind of... I'm assuming this is meant to be, like, more of, like, the officers' kind of quarters, or, like, when they want to chill. Just so they're, like, separated from the general rabble. And then I believe that is it. Head up to the bridge. And, yeah, drop down. And then up we go. And we have the... We got the Kon-Tiki bridge. I like this bridge. Said it many times. Very cool bridge. Feels like a kind of a proper, like, spacey kind of bridge. The only thing I don't like is these chairs. Because there's nothing blocking the line of sights to you, like they don't have computers, the crew will sit there and chat away to you, which can be quite problematic if you're a bit of an introvert or an introvert. Yeah, introvert. Anyway, let's take her off, see how she performs. Really cool. I don't know why they made that top hat yellow. Anyway. Let's go. As always, I have a perk that increases my power by 5. So for the sake of this video, we are not going to be using that 5 power. Oh, I see where some of the 1x1s are. Okay, interesting. Alright, so I'm going to put some more points into the weapons. Got a little bit of weapons to play around with. So weapon-wise, we got particles. 2 of them mounted there on the, between the ship, basically. We got a single missile launcher mounted at the front there. And then the ballistic weapons are turreted. Quick speed test. I'm assuming this is going to have a base speed of 130 just because it's a C-class engine. Yep. Boost speed of... Okay, very slow. Boost speed of 400. That's quite slow. Quick agility test. Pitch up. Oh my dear lord. Okay, we're going to be here a while. Oh, yeah, that's like a 1. Very slow. Which is funny because those engines are pretty big on the back. And it's not exactly heavy. Like, it's not carrying an awful lot. Right, that's also low. And then, yeah, that's pretty... Alright, so we're going to head to our head down to do a teardown and potential upgrade. Alright, so we've got it split into 3 sections. For the top section here, there's not much to it. We've just got the Kon-Tiki B400 bridge from Stroud Eklund, 340 cargo and 4 crew stations. And then we have some weapons here. We have a CE-49 missile launcher from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated, C-Class, 40-100 range, 1 fire rate, 105.83 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. And then we have one of the 2 Marauder 115N railgun turrets from Horizon Defense, C-Class, 960 range, 1.5 fire rate, 85.04 hull damage, and 4 power. And that is mounted on a equipment plate from Tayo. Now for the aesthetic pieces on this section, we have the Deimos Spine A for a Deimos Spine B, Deimos Spine C aft, a Deimos Spine D, and then a Deimos Spine F. And then for the middle of the vessel, we have the Stroud Living Quarters 2x2. We have the Stroud Computer Core 2x2. We have a Stroud Storeroom 1x1, another Companionway 1x1. 2 of these Nova Cross Passages. And then for the weapons, we have mounted on a Horizon weapon mount, we have 2 PBO 300 Auto Alpha Beams from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated, C-Class, 3600 range, 4 fire rate, and 19.94 damage to hull and shields, and 3 power, which is pretty nice. And for the shield generator, we have the 102D Guardian shield generator from Dogstar, C-Class, 8 max power, 850 shield. Now you can obviously get the better shields. Because this is like not necessarily a combat vessel and it's kind of meant more to transport people like out to see the space, I would wager that you still should have a very good shield because people's lives are kind of somewhat valuable, you know, depending on who you talk to. So I'd go with this bad boy here, best shield in the game. Assurance SG 1800 shield generation from Sextant, C-Class, 12 power, so it's 4 extra power. We've got almost double shield at 1600. Now it's almost twice as expensive, and this obviously requires Starship Design 4, which, you know, is a bit pricey, but not too bad. And at the back here we have the SGD 3100 grav drive from Slayton Aerospace, C-Class, 11 power, grav jump thrust of 31, which gives us 25 light year jump range. Now, I'm going to say immediately, I don't know why they went with that jump range, or that grav drive, considering there's multiple C-Class grav drives with a very big jump range. So this bad boy here, for instance, I believe this is a straight upgrade. Yeah, this is 2 ahead of this one here. and it gives us 45 jump range. Now, it's 3 times expensive. It's going to be 62k with perks, probably about 80k without perks. And it requires Starship Design 4, but I would definitely recommend slapping that on because it gives you 30 light years, which is pretty nice. And then we have the Pinch 6Z reactor from Xi'an. It's C-Class, 27 power. Pretty weak power-wise. Once again, I would recommend going with the Pinch 8Z reactor, which is just a straight upgrade to it. It's about 25k more, requires Starship Design 4, and it gives us 40 power, so an extra 13 power, which is really, really nice. Then for the engines, we have 2 of these Slayton SAL 6220 engines from Slayton Aerospace. C-Class, 2 power, 15,760 engine thrust, and 5,800 maneuvering thrust. The thing is, they're not bad engines, and they're quite cheap, but the main... Or not cheap, sorry. They're quite cheap in power-wise, but the main issue is only 2 of them. So ideally, you'd need probably to place 5, which is a bit extreme. We'll have to look into potentially changing that. Then for the fuel tank, we have a 900T helium-3 tank from Ballistic Solution. Gives us 650 fuel, which is very nice. Then we've got 4 of these landing gear here, 2 on each side of the 220 CB landers from Deimos. We've got an M40 Ulysses helium-3 tank from Dogstar. This gives us an extra 150, and I believe on the other side we have another one too. Yep, so we have 2 of them bad boys. And then I believe that's it. So for the aesthetic pieces, we have 2 of these Stroud A cap fore and starboard. We have 2 portholes on the port side, and 3 portholes on the starboard side, like there. And then we have a porthole on the top there. We have a Nova Cowling 1LPF there. We have one of these Stroud Bracers A. We have another Nova Cowling here. And then we have the... Oh, sorry, there's another gun. That's the other Marauder railgun, same as before. It's not mounted on a Horizon weapon mount, which is interesting. So we have the Stroud Nose Cap E, the Nova Bracer, Stroud Mid Bracer. We've got 4 of them bad boys there. And then that's pretty much it for that section. Then at the bottom, we have a Shroud Infirmary 2x1, and an Engineering Bay 3x1, and then a Companionway 1x1, and another Companionway 1x1. And then we have the Shipbed 200 Landing Bay from Tayo. And then that's it for habitat modules. For landing gear, we have 2 of these NG20 landing gear wide from Nova Galactic. And then for the structural pieces, we have 2 Stroud Cap A, the bottom pieces. We have a Deimos Wing D port, Deimos Wing A starboard, another 4 of these mid bracers, and an engine bracer A. So we're going to put her back together, and we're going to get to work on upgrading it. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to be removing the engine and the reactor to put the best one we can get in there. And then where is our grav drive? Bad boy here, perfect. Now, so I'm gonna actually change the layout. So we're gonna delete the weapons for the moment, and we're going to work on changing the layout of this. So on the top here we have the living quarters, which is perfectly acceptable. Now we also have a computer core, and I'm going to remove that computer core just because. And we're also going to remove these companionways here. Also going to remove this because we are going to be putting stuff here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look... I'm at the Stroud Eclid area here, so I can kind of see. So we're going to keep this here like so. We're going to work on the bottom first. We've got the infirmary. Now I'm going to change this engineering bay to an all-in-one berth, just because it makes sense. You know, we need that passenger slots. And then I'm going to remove these 2 companionways, and I'm going to replace them with we're going to do a Stroud living quarters here, like so. Down you go. Perfect, like so. And then we're going to put the living quarters back down like this, and then we're going to add a... Okay, so we're going to add, where are you? No, Perfect. We're gonna add a mess hall because you know you need to be able to eat. Now across here, we're going to remove these, and we're going to replace them with actual living quarters. So we're gonna put let me see. I'm gonna put whoops. So you've got all-in-one berths. So I'm gonna put an all-in-one berth A there, and then we're going to put a living quarters. Living quarters on the bottom like so. And then we're going to put an all-in-one berth B there. And we're going to put a captain's quarters here. Just because, you know, captain. This is going to act not as an actual captain's quarters. More so like imagine having a sort of, kind of like, you know, like an executive cabin. So we're going to just really quickly change these to blue. So they match. Perfect. No. Damn it. Just trying to keep it nice and colorful. Accept. Perfect. Okay, and then we're gonna just put these back here for the moment. Keep the kind of little structural look to it like so. Now, and then for the middle, we're going to just grab this and we're gonna just change the color of it. I also put that one under there. Perfect. Now, so on the side here, we're going to remove that. We're going to add some more windows, because I feel like it's nice to give some windows. We're going to also put this piece more forward like so. We're going to add 2 more windows here, just because, you know, it's a nice vessel. Now, for the fuel tanks, we could potentially remove the fuel tanks on the side because we don't really need them. I'm just going to add a lot more windows just because I feel like it's nice to have some windows, you know, just... It's an exploration vessel, or at least I'm intending on it to be. It's going to have a lot of windows. And then, let me see. See, we could potentially... maybe, if we move these more forward... Alright, yeah, we're gonna move this forward like so. Just kind of more balance out the landing gear, and we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna slap that perfect. And then we're going to add some more windows here, like so. And then another window there, like so. We're gonna remove this like that. Perfect. And then for the bridge, we're gonna put a lot of portholes on top of the living quarters. Like so. What's the error? What's unattached? Oh, the back piece is attached. Interesting. Oh, that's supposed to sit more forward, isn't it? Yeah. Makes sense. Perfect. And then we're actually, you know what we're going to do? So we're going to remove... No, we're going to remove this piece here. We're going to add a little porthole just to give the captain's quarters a little nicer view. And, oh... I kind of want to put... something here. So we're gonna delete this, and we're going to get a little 1x1 tabs. We're gonna get a storeroom. We're gonna get these perfect. We'll put a companionway here, and then another companionway there. See, we could actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the captain's quarters there, and I'm gonna change this. I'm going to change this to a living quarters. Living quarters, perfect. And the reason I'm going to put the captain's quarters there is because I'm going to make a little kind of... I always wanted to do this, have like kind of an observation deck sort of building like an attachment. And then do we have, we'll go structural pieces, and we'll get one of these portholes at the front, just to kind of give it a cool little aesthetic to it. And then, what other pieces did I need to get my little spine piece back. Alright, and then we need a shield for this bad boy. Shield. We're gonna go with the go-to shield, where is it? The Assurance 1800. And we're just gonna slap this right here. And we're gonna make it yellow. Gonna match the color of the bridge. Perfect, like so. Now, what else? We need some, what's the error? Only one, oh, okay, we need to remove your model. And then we can put another window, yay, windows everywhere. And, so we're going to add some weapons. We need more mobility and we need weapons. So I'll work on the engines first, just because. So what I'm going to do is we're going to delete this. We're going to put this in the middle, and we're going to have 2 of these big fuel tanks. And that will allow us to... It's going to have lots of fuel, but makes sense having that much fuel. And then I want... I don't want to what with that. Right, we're gonna see about potentially getting better engines. Those engines aren't entirely bad, but like I'm looking for more like bang for my buck. Here, these supernova engines. Okay, yeah, these supernova engines are way better in mobility. Okay, we're... So we're going to actually... We're going to go back a little bit. Just because I'm going to put the engines back the way they were. That little piece in the middle. I'm going to remove the fuel tank. Come on. Perfect. We're going to put some of these bad boys in here. 2 of them gives us 81 jump range, which is really, really nice. Or 81 mobility. Very nice. Now we're going to add a little bit of cargo. Just a little bit. Because I feel like it's nice to have some. Is this the... We're going to also include... We're going to make the bridge a bit bigger. What's the main difference? Oh yeah, we could definitely go with a bigger bridge. Yeah, that looks a lot. You want a more central location? So we're gonna go with the bigger bridge, just to give us a little more space. Perfect. And then we are going to add a little bit more storage. So we've got 380 cargo here. We need a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at some of these ones that slip underneath. Like this bad boy here. Okay, that's going to be slightly problematic. Let's actually, we're going to remove some of these windows on the bottom like so. And we're going to put a little bit of cargo between them. Can we slap that between them? Now that keeps our jump range nice and high. Brings our cargo up to 18. So we get a little bit of cargo. I'm going to put this under there. And we'll put the things back. And then for weapons. Now, we're not going to have too many weapons on this ship because it is meant to be an exploration vessel, like slash person carrier. So we're just gonna put some we're gonna have some turreted weapons, just because I feel like turreted weapons like make sense. Because it's not really meant to be like a ship that like can maneuver and shoot itself, so... Okay, so we're gonna have one turret there. And another turret there, and then we're gonna have a third turret right here, like so. So we got 3 turrets that will protect the vessel if it's getting attacked. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the design upgrade. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna actually do a quick little showcase of like how it looks, because I have changed the interior and stuff, and I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna do it just because I mean it's that sort of a vessel. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this vessel. They're just like vessels in general, like, because I know that you have the passenger missions, you can bring people on, like, you know, the passenger missions, but they're quite kind of half-baked. But yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly jump and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so here we are. We're in space just to make it look nice. So we've got the extended bridge, which gives a lot more room to play around with. Got a little control panel in the center. And we've got extra seats, but they're still kind of annoying seats. So we drop down and we have our mess hall that I added in, which I feel like is quite nice to have. You know, got that extra, some nice windows there. Not going to do too much. Like, I'm not going to, this is going to be a bit quick just because, you know. Got a view there. We can see that big turret. And then if we head into the living quarters, we've got a lot more windows to kind of look out, which is pretty nice. Like so. And then down underneath, we have the infirmary here, like so. Another window there. And then we have the all-in-one berth. 3. Just to kind of give some more, like, you know, some nice kind of views. And I believe over here we have another, yeah, we have another, this is another living quarters. And then that's where you would exit the ship. Then we're going to go back up now a level and check out the, well, the pièce de résistance. So if we come back this way, and we have the first way in, straight away we have a little living quarters here. Got those windows, really, really nice. With a nice little window, we can drop down here. Really like the views. Just another simple one here. Not too shabby, but the toilet now, the part I'm most excited for. The captain's quarters, which I don't think it's this one. Okay, yeah, here we go. This is very cool. Any good books lately? I really like this. So this is like obviously the captain's quarters, but I kind of see it more as like, you know, like the kind of the VIP like room on board the vessel. That's a sick view. Very cool. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of that, just because it looks very nice. Take photo. Yeah, that was the review of the ship. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the upgrades? I know it's not like I didn't really build it very much for combat, but I kind of wanted it to be more like, you know, like lore friendly, like it is a transport vessel. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this sort of content, and check out some other videos. Bye bye.